Sneak 2 Slasher Review.
It was, and the whole time I was like, they're sitting in plain sight on this one, trying something out. Like it's a perfect, it works in all ways.
Yeah, and you'll see more of that coming. Of course, during the anniversary, we talked about 2v8, which is a bit of a gigantic one for sure. We've also mentioned in the roadmap for the anniversary. I think we mentioned. I always forget the name. The shuffle. Chaos Shuffle, I believe we ended up calling it, where all the perks are randomized and all of these things. So there are quite a lot of these modes coming. We just want to make sure that when we release them, they feel good. And some of them are very difficult. 2v8 is a good example, right? Like we could have just said, oh, okay, let's open the floodgates and just make it so that it's 2 killers and 8 survivors. We had it, if you were there during the first months of Dead by Daylight in 2016, like we had moments when the game just broke and we had like 4 killers in the same game and 27 different survivors. It's possible. It could have been done just like that, but it wasn't great. And that's why we decided, okay, 2v8 is going to be a different thing. We're not going to have perks. We're going to have class systems for the different survivors to make sure that like people have an easier way to know what they should be focusing on, so that collaboration is still a thing, no matter what the chaos level is at. And things like, for instance, you think it's terrible to get tunneled by a killer, but imagine 2 killers tunneling you, like how much that sucks. So yeah, there are a few things that we wanted to make sure we addressed before we released it properly. I got distracted.
I do really like that mindset, though, of like, if you think this sucks, it could be worse, and like that planning ahead.
To be fair, yeah, we could view it like that and just show people just how bad this can be, and hopefully they'd be happy with what they have now. But that's not a thing, right? But you're right. It's a good contrast.
Yeah, and honestly, another thing with the anniversary event, that you guys were very thorough and you took a lot of questions that we were planning on asking you.
Yeah.
2v8, I mean, that was one of them I was meaning to ask, because the community's wanted it for so long.
It's from day one, people were asking, right? Literally from day one.
And they don't think about what goes into it from a development end, and they just want to play 2v8 and all the things you guys got to worry about. And you guys were very open with it and the process of it.
Yeah.
It seemed like there was because this is a game mode, it's not a modifier.
This one, yeah.
And it looks like you guys are really considering one day maybe this being an option to be a permanent mode. Is that how serious you could take it?
I mean, any one of those game modes has the potential to become something permanent if that's what people want, right? Or maybe there's always going to be the regular queue and then the whatever the current game mode queue is, and then we always have a mode and that changes. Like, I don't know, there's a million different ways this could go, but you're correct in the sense that we will always want to have the regular game.